Hop back to my body and get a move on. Alright. Finally meet the requirements, so... Let's see how long it takes to... Oh, jeez. That's not right now. Let's head to Idleshire. What are you doing over here, Y'shtola? In spite of its appearance, that mechanical monstrosity is a primal, and it is causing us no end of worry. No sooner do we put down one primal than another appears to take its place. I'm beginning to see a pattern. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of one. We got ourselves a problem, Svarn, but don't worry, the chief has a plan. Speaking of him, Chief, over here! All present and correct, I see. Good. Something has been nagging at me for a while, Svarn, and I finally realized what it is. It concerns the communications wedge intercepted. So, we know that the Illuminati have managed to establish a base inside the Colossus, meaning they must also have found a way to pierce the magic barrier. Assuming that's the case, what need have they to use only the hatch which the barrier doesn't protect? And why go to the trouble of sending coded messages on how to unlock it? The answer? Spies. I believe the Illuminati have an agent outside the Colossus, most likely in Idleshire itself, who's using the hatch as a back door. Now, this agent will know we've broken their code and that the hatch is constantly watched, so he won't have been able to use it for some time. As such, he'll doubtless be desperate to re-establish contact with the inside. And that's why I've cleared the area around the giant's hand. All we need to do now is watch and wait, and follow whoever makes a dash for the hatch. Chief, Link Pearl called from Red Bricks. He says Brayflox went inside, but she can't be... No, it must be an impersonator. Chief, whomever you met earlier was a spy. Quick, you've got to get after her. Hmm. Up, in we go. One of these looks like it's gonna take less time than the other. Yep, exactly. Onwards and upwards. I think we might actually be going upwards, technically. Either upwards or just further in. Same difference, right? Yeah, close enough. We're going in a direction. Hopefully it's the right direction. One of these is gonna pop eventually. What, you checking on me, Estefugel? Yeah, we can dream. Waiting in queues is always the long part. Yeah, you know what? I should. If I had any snacks to roast. Come on. Gotta stand up to eat my creme brulee. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. In we come. Okay. Yep. Yep. Better. Come on. Man. Damn it. Come on. Yep. Yep. Go. Get over there. We did it! Found our spy. Oop. Looks like they found us. Bobby found it? Good. Knowings of missing piece are with Illuminati. Oh dear. Bobby did well indeed. This is how you treat those who please you? Now is realm in chaos. Broken. Machine with too many parts. But Illuminati plan needs one thing. Missing piece to bring world order. Give world harmony. Make world perfect. Or of those who don't fit your vision of perfection. How many must die to pay for your utopia? Don't you see? You summoned a goddamn primal. It will devour the ether of every land you visit until Heidelin and everything on it is dead. Inside Fortress of Illuminati, chosen will live on. If inferior on outside die for progress, so be it. This is cost of seeking for knowings. I'll take you and your damned seeking. Wise uplanders find happiness in Illuminati rule. Unwise uplanders, utopia does not need. So it's obey or die, then? Ha! The whole concept is grotesque. No, Sid. Like the rest of the ideas set out in the Enigma Codex, Alexandra is wonderful in itself. Perfect, even. But in the rush to realize its ideals, even the best of us could be led astray. Oh, so once upon a time these Illuminati were starry-eyed philanthropists, is that it? It was only after they got their hands on your perfect bloody codex that they turned into vicious killers. Tell me, was there any passage in particular that convinced them to abandon their last shred of empathy? I cannot speak for the precise contents of the codex. Not anymore. But I haven't forgotten everything I read. I think I can stop the core if you can get me close enough. You think you can, or you know you can? And what of its location? It's somewhere in the trunk. How close we are to that, I can't say. Round rocks can say 2 pieces of round rocks are 1 yalm. So, by count of round rocks, chest of whirlycog giant is only a little further. Ha! Clever girl! You've been measuring how far we've come from the start. I love round rocks so much. Alright, I propose we withdraw for the time being. I don't know what will happen when we breach the core, but I do know that we'll be better equipped to deal with it if we're well rested and ready for anything. She is! All should be well enough. Also a nice... little moment from the chat when they accidentally set off the fight. Someone pointed out someone's in cutscene. The tank was like, "You're right, realized it too late." And afterwards, they apologized to me for interrupting the cutscene. Which was very thoughtful of them. No one should have the power to choose who lives and who dies. The idea is too vile, too insidious to be left unchallenged. We have to act. If we don't, Alexander will awaken, and the Illuminati will be unstoppable. Make no mistakes, Farm. It's now or never. Yeah. I wasn't really too surprised that they started without me, but it is nice that they were considerate enough to be like, sorry about that. I've played DPS long enough to not expect people to wait for me to get out of cutscenes. I think I have the knowledge required to shut down the Giant's core, but if I'm to reach it, I'll need you to lend me your strength. Well, really, the Illuminati's latest message is, let's just say it's unsuitable for polite company. I should be much obliged if you'd teach those privy-mouthed savages some manners, Svarin. You. Let's get going. Yep. Oh, that was surprisingly quick. Yes. Actually hit something here. Ow! Cool guys don't look at explosions. We're here, and none the worse for wear. So if you need another pair of hands, just say the word. So this is the heart of the machine, eh? I knew I should have brought a bigger hammer. Not that I'll be needing it, of course. Isn't that right, Mide? Look! Greater our knowings in brain cases of unwise than Quick thinks believed. Perhaps Quick thinks judged too quickly. Perhaps Illuminati should study Uplanders. It is before eyes of Gabi? Good. Do not fail. Illuminati have no use for failing Gabis. You have no use for successful Gabis either. End of Gabi's long wanderings is close. Something isn't right. Something isn't right at all. The way Quick Things spoke, you'd think he'd won. He didn't seem too bothered, that's for sure. Do you think he might have planned for us stopping Alexander's core? What was it the chief said again? About the Illuminati finding what they needed to complete their plan. Something along the lines of a missing piece, I thought. And what if Quick thinks his honor guard? The two dolts who are ever at his side, why aren't they here? The Illuminati must surely have known we were coming. What could be more important than protecting their leader? You don't think he sent them to Idleshire, do you? While our backs were turned, like? That would be... Come on! Are we gonna join them? It looks really impressive in here, gotta admit. Giant loses power! Uplanders succeed! Never mind that, man. Did the Illuminati come? Is Idleshire safe? How does Uplander know? Yes, many Illuminati come to take stuffs of Copyflock. Great was chaos. But Sully, Illuminati go and take only junk, not worth jiggly shine. They came barging in, ready to start a war, and then scarpered with a handful of bleeding junk? Hold on a minute. Where were they last seen? Red Red Bricks thinks near the shortstop. Round Rocks, come on! I'll go and find the chief. He'll know what to do. Uplanders are gone too long for comfort of Red Bricks. Shortstop is place of clashings with Illuminati. Illuminati are up to no good. Maybe using confusion to do foul things. Uplander must go and see, make sure all is well. Yeah, exactly. If anything happens to her, we are going roughshod through this whole damn primal. Oh good, she's okay. Is everything still as we found it? They haven't come back, have they? No, they're gone for now. And everyone seems to be fine. Physically, at least. But Round Rocks. Oh. All our treasures are gone. Gone. Oh, gone. Poor thing. The Illuminati took everything. I'm just glad she was off collecting trinkets with Backrax when they came. I daren't think what might have happened had she been here. Come, come, little one, dry your tears. One thief, unconscious. We found him lurking near the edge of town, not far from your treasure, Round Rocks. Uplander brings treasures home! Thanks to Uplander, many, many thanks! She's so happy. It's all Biggs, little one. We had a feeling a few soldiers might be lurking around, waiting to ambush us, and this is what we stumbled onto when we went to look. Ah. But why did the Illuminati take Round Rocks' collection in the first place? Surely that can't have been their goal. I wouldn't be so sure. Were I to guess, I'd say that the Illuminati believed something they wanted was hidden amongst Round Rocks' pile of trinkets. Rather than waste time sorting through them, they decided to take the lot. But when they subsequently realized they didn't have what they were looking for, they crept back into town to wait for a chance to seize whatever it was they actually wanted. What if bad gobbies want most favoritist treasure of Round Rocks? One that is safe with Uplanders? You mean the glowstone that's found about? But of course, it's been sitting in the decoding machine all along. Yes, yes, Round Rocks would be sad without pretty glowstone. It is special treasure from near Old Castle. Rusty one that was left by Uplanders from before. Wait, what do you mean before? Round Rocks, were you near the Charlayan ruins when the metal giant first appeared? Yes, yes, Round Rocks saw Whirlycog Giant stand 3 years ago. But it was only for a little bit, and big gobbies do not believe Round Rocks. 3 years ago, when someone tried and failed to summon the Primal. Fragment of the Codex, of all the places in the realm. Only a fragment of the original? So that crystal must be the Illuminati's missing piece. They may have stopped their primal and taken their prize, but our foes are not about to admit defeat. They'll be back and out for blood like as not. We've got you, Svard, and I'm sure you'll be ready for the onslaught when it comes. Why don't you suggest you make merry till then? Roundrocks is happy. Many friends worry. Think of Roundrocks. Uplander is one. Roundrocks, thanks, kind Uplander. Let me chime in as well, Svarin. Roundrocks' home needed protection, and you provided it. Not many would do that, and certainly not in the face of a primal. You have my thanks also. Mide helped Roundrocks too. Uplanders have good hearts, and kind. Only so many of us find Machina pretty, my dear. We have to stick together, don't we? Did Mide always like whirlycogs and bitty boats? Not like you, Roundrocks. My love, he adored the things, inventing, building, and tinkering with them. Mide always touches hurt mark when remembering. Do I? Well, I suppose I do. Those times were something else, little one. My friends and I, we were lost in our dream. We thought to put back the pieces of the broken world with logic, reason, and technology. And we were certain we could do it, too. I hadn't much skill with thinking up things or making them, but I helped in my small way. And that feeling of aiding in someone else's dream, sharing it, washes over you like a wave of happiness. I've never felt that way since. Now it all seems so far away. Even the memories feel like I dreamed them rather than lived them. Well, enough of that. Roundrocks is right, Adventure. You're a kindly soul. Keep an eye on our girl till next we meet, will you? Roundrocks thinks long and hard on what to do with precious glowstone. It is most favoritist treasure of Roundrocks. The glowstone is also what Mide seeks all this time, and has already brought Roundrocks 3 whole years of joy. So Roundrocks decides to give it to Mide, so she can be happy too. Aww. For now, Roundrocks entrusts treasure to Uplander, to give to Mide at next meeting. Even meanest gobbies dare not try to take glowstone from mighty Uplander. Roundrocks does not know where Mide is now, but she often gazes out on Giant of Whirlycocks from Broken Watercross. Maybe Uplander finds her there. There she is. From afar, that mass of steel has a certain majesty, does it not? But something tells me you didn't come here to share the view. What is it? Roundrocks means to give me the Codex fragment? I couldn't possibly accept. She values that stone over the rest of her treasures combined. And yet, it may be safer in the hands of one more capable of defending it. Safer for all concerned. Odds know the Illuminati will stop at nothing to get it. Very well. If she feels I should have it, I will hold it in safekeeping for her. Alas, it is of no more use to me than any other rock. Hang on. Getting my glasses real quick. You doubtless recall the moment when Roundrocks first revealed the Codex fragment to us, yes? When she took the stone in her hands, a piece of the Enigma Codex burst forth, unbidden in a brilliant flash of light. Yet it had been handled many times by others, yourself included, without ever betraying a hint of the secret contained within. Did you not find that strange? I myself was surprised, albeit for a different reason. The Codex is protected by an arcane mechanism, you see. Only those who share its fundamental principles are allowed to view its contents. It's rare indeed to find an individual with the qualities required to read it. That Roundrox possesses such qualities is an unexpected blessing, to be sure. But if the Illuminati were to learn of her secret, she would be placed in grave danger. Even as we speak, they scour the hinterlands in search of their elusive missing piece, but as far as I know, they still view our friend as a mere collector of misplaced items. For her sake, we must do our utmost to draw their attention away from Big West's shortstop, before they take it into their heads to return. And it is for that reason that I mean to leave this place. When the Illuminati learn that I have the fragment, it is my hope that they will focus their efforts on ascertaining my whereabouts. Needless to say, I may not return to Big West Shortstop for some time. While I'm gone, I would ask that you watch over Roundrox. See that she does not come to harm. Don't need to tell me twice. You have my thanks, adventurer. As I thought, I am no longer worthy. Wedge searches for Uplander with much urgency. Uplander must return to Big West Shortstop at once. Back we go. Ick, I'm getting rained on again. There you are, Svarn, and not a moment too soon. The Illuminati are getting ready for something big. Ishora reports that Alexander has started drawing massive amounts of aether from the surrounding land, which can only mean one thing. The Illuminati have resumed their attempts to revive it. What's more, Backrix reports that the goblins are amassing substantial quantities of explosives and supplies. By all indications, they're building another weapon. In short, it's bad. I bet it's nothing a bit of a strategic thinking can't fix. They say he who strikes first strikes last, and that's exactly what I intend to do. I've devised a plan which should allow us to take the Illuminati unawares, and I'd like you to spearhead the assault. Our rendezvous point is to the south, on the cliffs overlooking the Thaliak. Biggs has got ahead to scout the area. We shall await your arrival there. Got a few people out here right now. It's fine, good to see you. I take it Wedge told you the situation. You ready to hit the Illuminati where it hurts? That's what I like to hear. The chief will be here soon, and then we can get things underway. I should consider feeding my bird soon. Bloody hells, if it ain't your Shola. No one told me you were coming. An etheric disturbance of this scale demands my personal attention. Judging by the marked fall in ambient aether concentrations, the situation is far graver than previously assumed. And you're certain that steel monstrosity is to blame? can see no other explanation. The giant's innards are well-nigh saturated with ether already, but I sense something else, an irregular energy coming from within the barrier. Be that as it may, I'm afraid we have more pressing concerns. The Illuminati are up to something, and we mean to hit them before they can pull whatever it is they're planning into action. To which end, allow me to introduce my newest and perhaps most astounding invention, the Electrojammer 3, first of its kind. Speechless with astonishment, I say. As well you should be. The high-frequency waves emitted by this device will interfere with any and all enemy communications, making it impossible for them to coordinate an effective defense. With it working in our favor, victory is all but assured. I see. So, assuming I've understood you correctly, you need only activate this electro-jammer of yours, and the Illuminati will be plunged into disarray, affording Svarin and his friends ample opportunity to take them unawares. Very well, proceed. We're the only ones who appreciate his invention, clearly. Veg? Is this supposed to happen? Bloody hells! Yeah. Yeah, this does not seem very good. Oop. Clonk. Oh good, now he has two arms out. Yeah. Well, at least we got another point of entry. You've woken it up! Nay, only the left arm stirs. Could the waves emitted by your device have disturbed something within the barrier, Wedge? It's not my fault! Not to worry, Wedge. With the Illuminati hard at work reviving the giant, it was only a matter of time before parts of it started springing to life. Just gave this one a little extra nudge. On a brighter note, it would seem you've saved us the trouble of finding another way in. Svarin, old friend, it's time for your customary heroics. The Illuminati are likely still scrambling to work out what just happened. Before they do, I suggest you hop across the river and show them what for. I must needs discuss these developments with Master Matoya. Sid, would you be so good as to accompany me? Your insight may well prove useful. Alexander does look very cool and scary. Properly menacing, as he should. Yeah, exactly. Are you sure you should be holding that book out in the rain without, like, an umbrella? Another course stirs to life. The future unfolds exactly as expected. Exactly as written. Yeah, why is that kitty involved? I wonder what her deal is. Uplander feels shivery shakes? Arm of steel giant is wide open and no Illuminati in sight. And now I get to sit in the rain. It's fine. My furry ears won't get too wet. Good idea. Hey, Histafugal, get over here and keep me dry. You don't mind getting a little wet, do you? I love it when Mitty perches on my shoulder. It's just so cute. It's fine. We'll dry him off. Just abandon his bird. Been meaning to fix that, but kept forgetting. Come on, one of you has got to pop. going pretty good. Hung out with friends yesterday. My tomato plants are also doing well. Yeah, it was a very nice friend time. My tomatoes are looking a lot less sunburns than they were a little while ago. I've been moved out a little bit closer to the sunlight. Not quite in direct sunlight like last time, but should be getting a little bit more sun. Fingers crossed that they don't end up sunburned again. Yeah. I'm glad they're doing better too. Oh, no, it's not. Ah. I somehow end up getting into Dunscape before I manage to get into the Fist of the Sun, I'm going to be highly amused. Watch me just pawing at this door like, let me in! Let me in! Where's my kick emoji? Alas, can't kick. I can blow a kiss. Maybe that'll get me in faster. Alas. Okay. I can slap it. Tink, tink, tink. Just love the fancy draw animation. It's just so much fun. That. Since we have nothing better to do, let's try and advance the storyline and get interrupted just as we're trying to activate a cutscene. Because that's how it works every time. Yeah. Actually, oh, right. Trying to remember where in the main plot we actually are. It gets about like 20 minutes. I think I'm gonna just withdraw and come back later. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Azael. But this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you. Vidofnir. I am come as an envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed. You may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be the architects of this war, but now we know the truth, that King Thordan and his Knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the great Royal Ratatoskr, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azure Dragoon, and Azael. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Azael once did, and we must make that dream a reality, as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Ha! Fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon? My humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. Yep. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I am surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fear for me now. No fears for me. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Charlayan. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. And I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than 1,000-year war, one which our friends gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alfino. I only hope the fates will not hold you to your word. So, it would seem we have time to greet this scholar after all. How delightful! I should be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Minfilia and Thancred. I can only assume she is privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with your Shola and Idleshire. Ah, Svarn, 'tis good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business in the Annex Shrine would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidofnir go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss Sir Emmeric's proposal with Hraesvelger, of course, but she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlene guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that you would be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on the front bridge. We should be on our way. Oh boy, I wonder who it could possibly be. Would seem we are early. Shall we wait? Wait, back in Ishgard, what was she trying to tell me?
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kral, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir. And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
We, Miss Krile and I met at the studium years ago.
God damn it.
I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
Damn it. We'll have to come back and we'll have to come back to Elfino getting embarrassed later. Ah, right, this one. Yep. Yeah, there's a few of us, aren't there? We are a bun-heavy party. Oh dear. Someone didn't get away fast enough. That was a big hit. Yep. Ow. There we go. Oh, come on. Well done, lad. You left those Illuminati smarting, and without so much as a scratch to show for it. Except for that time I died. Yeah, I'm sure you'd like to finish them off, and we would too, truth be told, but I'm sorry to say we have a problem. While Wedge and I were out on patrol, we saw something, you see. A meeting between Mide and the enemy. And then she handed the Codex fragment over, just like that. The way she sauntered back into Alexander with the Illuminati, you'd think this was their plan all along. It certainly looks that way, aye, but we can't rule out the possibility of coercion, considering the parties involved. Foolish Uplanders, Treasure Hunter is happy to give Codex, and why not? She makes busy deals with Illuminati since very beginning. And now Illuminati hold all fragments of the Enigma Codex. Treasure Hunter betrays Uplanders' trust and forfeits their future in so doing. What a load of old bollocks! How daft does he think we are? Now, Biggs, if the Grand Master of the Illuminati said it, it must be true. Everything is as written, as it must be. If Illuminati are to guide chosen to perfect world, not one piece can be out of place. With this, another page becomes reality. When Illuminati find missing piece, the prophecy will be fulfilled. Goodness me, that goblin hasn't the faintest idea how Uplanders' minds work. I would have been prepared to believe that Mide was a traitor had he not bothered to come here and confirm it. Now I'm inclined to think she isn't. There may be truth to what Quick says. Backrick scours over data, looking for knowings of what happened 3 years ago. Backrick finds mention of a group of Auri treasure hunters. 3 years ago, group went to investigate ruins near Thaliac River, only to perish in sudden shivery shakes. 3 years ago, you say? That wouldn't be the earthquake that accompanied that failed summoning of that primal, would it? Bugger me, are you saying it was the treasure hunters doing the summoning? And that Mide was one of them? Now, hold on a moment. I'm willing to accept that Mide may have been a member of this doomed expedition, she being an Auri hunter and all, but I fail to see what interest such a group would have in the ideals of the Enigma Codex, let alone summoning a primal. Cetra's questioned Bakric Zaxt himself, so he spends much time gathering knowings and finds answer in book lent to him by Charlayan Uplander. Please don't get it wet, sir. Genius technologist who writes Enigma Codex 100 years ago is Auri Zayla with blue hair, exactly like Mide. No, Mide would never make busy deals with bad gobbies. Roundrox searches for Mide. Here's truth from her. Roundrox, wait! If you're worried about Roundrox, don't be. Wedge won't let her come to any harm. Truth be told, I'm more worried about this business with Mide. Still, we should be careful of making any rash decisions, as you can bet that's what the Illuminati want. For now, I reckon we should give her the benefit of the doubt. Innocent until proven guilty and all that. And anyway, we've got more pressing matters to deal with. Namely, taking back that Codex fragment and pushing on into Alexander before the Illuminati have a chance to shore up their defenses. You ready for another round? Good. Sooner you get going, the better, I reckon. Oh, and when you're in the belly of the beast, be sure and break something for me, eh? Will do, Biggs, will do. So you're not overlapping anything. See my bird real quick. Yeah. I'll have to check that out in a moment. Let's head back up here. Fix up my gear. Let's do some shopping with all this junk I've acquired. Oh, I can't believe that one actually popped. Come on, get in here, you coward. Wakey, wakey. I do not want to get back in the queue, please. Oh, god damn it. uh. Yeah. You're the worst. Oh, jeez. I need to really update my healing accessories. There we go. My healing gear is looking a lot better. Ending gear is looking alright at least. Still better ring than what I had before. I need a better longbow. Oh, now I'm just standing here shopping while I wait for the queue. Yeah. Gotta do something while I play the waiting game. Item level. Not enough for what I want. Definitely up item level for healer more. Arcanine at least is doing okay. And of course I went and made sure casters are dealt with because I have an inherent bias. Ending. Alright. There we go. I remember which one is actually the one I want. Alright, let's see how long it takes for us to actually get through, this particular cutscene.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kral, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir. And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieur himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
We, Miss Krile and I met at the studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryl.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking. Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best you explain your plan to her in person.
Alright, let's go bug Master Matoya again. Yeah! We finally made it through! No interruptions! Let's see if we can get interrupted in the next one. Yep. Nope. Come on, guys. Just need the tank. Look alive. Come on. In we go. I remember this one. A few buns this time too. I've also got a Femro. That's a rare one. Clearly. Oh. There we go. Yee! Yep. Yeah, it doesn't look like it would be particularly fun. Don't like this. Yeah. I misjudged where that was going. Nope. Not getting me. No, no. Yep. Nope. No. So that was the move you were supposed to hide behind the rock with. Yep. Slowly but surely, we're figuring this out. True. There we go. Over here, so I'm close. Yep. Time to go. Everybody out. There we go. We did it. Yeah. Totally first try. Ah, Svarn, you haven't seen Round Rocks, have you? I was looking forward to hearing about the new treasures she's found. I see. Well, I will not lie to you. Some of it is true. I did meet with the Illuminati, but that is not the whole story. Allow me to explain. You're saying you handed over the Codex fragment to stop the Illuminati from coming here and taking it? Yes, but the fragment I handed over to them was not but a stone picked from a pile of rubble. The true Codex fragment is here, safe and sound. Ha! I bloody knew Quick Thinks was lying. The way he told it, you'd been working with the Illuminati all along. Load of old bilge, the lot of it. I am afraid not. Quick Thinks told you true. In fact, it was I who first taught the goblins how to summon the primal. I meant only to use them for my own ends, of course, much as I did you. The author of the Enigma Codex was an ancestor of mine. The creation of the so-called perfect world proposed within it has long been the goal of certain members of our tribe, myself included. For years we strove in secret to realize its high ideals, free of the twisted elitism which seems to have infected the Illuminati. During that time, there was one who served as our teacher, a man who made us believe that our perfect world was within reach, a man with whom I fell in love. I wished for nothing more than to see his dreams come to fruition. So blind was my devotion, I agreed to help him summon a primal without a second thought. Danger to our lives never even crossed my mind. But on that day, 3 years ago, I came to know the folly of our mission. In an instant, the infernal machine laid waste to our hopes, snuffing out the lives of my companions. The man I loved was dragged into its core. In a last desperate attempt to make right our mistake, I called forth a barrier with which to seal Alexander. At that moment, however, the Codex shattered and the Colossus vanished without a trace. When the dust settled, I found myself surrounded by the broken fragments of the Codex, cold, accusing remnants of our dream of a perfect world. We were fools to think only of the future. I did not realize it until my friends were gone. At the time we spent on our journey together, pursuing a shared dream, those moments were as precious as any paradise we could have hoped to build. It's a sad old tale, I'll give you that. It doesn't explain why you had the Illuminati summon the primal, or why you had us help you infiltrate it. After everything you've been through, you can't seriously think any good will come of reviving Alexander. You all but said as much yourself. Good has nothing to do with it. Understand, I did not act out of any lingering adherence to my old ideals. I simply wanted to see him again, and perhaps walk to the ends of the world with him. Him? Mide cannot mean Alexander. Not Alexander itself, but the soul I believe still resides within. Soul of Uplander sleeps in giant machine? Never has Backrix heard such unsense. Need I must abandon this. Now's not the time. Got one question to ask you. What happens when all the codex fragments are brought together? Alexander was born from hearts that yearned for a perfect world. The writings of the Enigma Codex inspired such a desire, but they are more than just a collection of texts. The Codex can also be used to control the Primal. To be precise, 2 elements are required: a complete Enigma Codex and one capable of reading it. When both are present, Alexander can be commanded to transport its residents wherever they choose. I myself was once able to read the Codex, but those days are long gone. Now the fragments are as dead to me as the stones beneath my feet. There's another, however, to whom the Codex still responds. One we all know quite well. What, Round Rocks? Are you saying that little girl is the key to controlling a bleeding primal? Round Rocks! Round Rocks has been captured! Oh. Curse me for a fool. I should have known better than to underestimate the Illuminati. I assumed the missing piece in their plan was the Codex fragment, but they were talking about Round Rocks all along. We must mount a rescue, now, without delay. To the Illuminati, she's no better than a cog in that monstrous machine. It is like that she's being held somewhere in or close to Alexander's upper body. Continue your push through the left arm, and while the Illuminati are distracted, I will search for a way forward. Stick you in there and... in the queue. And let's go bother. Let's go bother the old witch. Actually, second thought. Let's go pick up this quest over here. I think I know what it unlocks. Yep. What? There's one behind me, isn't there? No? Thank the gods, I've done enough running for one day. Oh, this goddamned beast came out of nowhere. It's a wonder we made it out alive. I can't just leave the treasure there. You look like the sort that's used to risking life and limb. Might be as you could help clear a way through those seedkin that damn near made a meal of us. We'd see that it was worth your while, of course. If you're interested, let my friend Sonny know. Should be somewhere near the entrance to St. Mosian's Arboretum. Well, I reckon it's safe to go back to Idleshire and look for a few more hands. We'll need as much help as we can get. Hope to see you at the Arboretum. The Arboretum! Hey, Sonny? You're here to help out the seedkin infest in the Arboretum? Thank the gods, we've not the numbers to venture into there ourselves. I used to research plant life from every corner of the realm here, you know? Of course, with no one to look after it, it's all gotten a bit, overgrown. Usually places like this are more trouble than they're worth, but if the parchments we found are anything to go by, there's something in these ruins that could benefit everyone in Idoshire for generations to come. A proper priceless treasure. It goes without saying that a site as old as this is sure to be stuffed with all sorts of precious relics, which you'd be welcome to keep if you help beat a path for us. We'll follow behind you once it's safe and see if we can't find what we're looking for. Perfect. Something else to add to the queue once I hop back in. You did say we were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? I've heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured they are all true. This way, and have care where you tread.
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye, I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin. From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock, I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
One time I encounter a cutscene I can't skip. Well, I can't. Well, I don't actually want to skip it. In fact, it might be because of the location I was in. Or the location I'm in right now, I should say. Make the most of it. Yeah! Oh, that's frustrating. Oh well. I'll add that to my list, and then next opportunity I'll start up the queue and Maybe this time we won't end up in a cutscene we can't skip. Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Cryle. I've already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into two pairs. Ursula and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Svarin and Cryle question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loth Astvoth and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? I ought to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you've finished making your rounds.
Don't do that.
Searching for a friend of yours? Let's have a look, then. No, ain't seen him around. Sorry. Excuse me, but have you seen this man before? What's that you've got there? A sketch? Can't say I know the face. Say he's something of a warrior? I heard a tale the other day about a Huron vagabond who brought down a Bandersnatch by himself. And with style. The way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the belle of the bleeding ball. Sound like your man? Yeah, sounds like Thancred. Huron man? We're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. Well, I was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. I Look at that little baby running around. Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Huron hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build matched Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. So you have heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we may yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You are implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead. Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the life stream as naked as your name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right, Krell, quite right. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Lothas Voth. We must go and see the Voth right away. Come along, everyone, come along. Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Lothas Voth. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. How curious. The hunter's tire of godly sport and pursuing mortal prey? No, he's not prey, but a friend long missing. Click, click. Good. He is a friend to the Voth as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly, and you are quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt, click, click. The fleshling clothed in skins came to us from Somar, lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Click, click. Gone to Lothas Noth, not long ago, when he heard the One Mind had summoned our god once more. Ravana has returned? Godofnir did say that the Noth had grown as before, but what could Thancred have hoped to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters, lest the Noth claim him as a sacrifice. Click, click. Up, off we go. I need to pay more attention. This is gonna hurt. Not as much as that hurt him. My dudes. There is a significant discrepancy in our levels here.
Who else could be? Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must hurry.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not! So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea. It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them? Not very sporting of you to interrupt, but so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light, for we are the warriors of darkness, walkers of a different path, and we shall meet again.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Thancred! Are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
We're all still alive! We made it out in one piece!
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the all together. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down primals, despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Oh, we'll see. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventures, and I would not soon forget their like, nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how Ida and Papalimo found Svaran. Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. It would imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. The Dauphineur must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emeric's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Svaran. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Oh good, I don't have to go that far. I will hop on my reindeer. I don't want to hoof all that. I think I want to actually navigate the stairs without being able to fly. Hey, Vidofnir, we got some good news for you. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the knight, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the Nath, has again been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hand. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation, as promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal or be it for woe, such is the folly and the glory of man, and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emeric's invitation. Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. It is happening, Azel. Would that you were here to see it.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide. Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Uh-oh. So you slew a handful of primals, chatted with the Emperor of Garlemald, uncovered the truth behind a 1,000-year war, thwarted a megalomaniacal archbishop's ambitions, and then rode home on the back of the Father of Dragons. Does that about sum it up? Yeah, just about. Fortunately, the journey afforded us ample time to brief Thancred on recent events. Clearly. Right, let us not keep Sir Emeric waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me. You've given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians and the Dravanians, and our friends nowhere to be found. Yeah, do you want a pet Minnie? He's sitting on my shoulder right now. I'm sure if you ask nicely, he'll let you pet him. It would seem there's no end to our troubles. We can but face them head-on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we will find Ida and Papalymo and Minfilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. Up we go. Hey guys, what's up? You have returned. In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emeric's invitation. She has. These are glad tidings indeed. Would the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The Chirurgeons tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmond and Lord Artoirel not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but for every one we put out, it seems like 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. It's plain these fires were started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Then let us be about it. Well then. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there is a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, in both the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Alfino and Mr. Yashtola, would have you take charge of the investigation in Foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Totaro can be of assistance as well. Meaning Safarin and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And may I say what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet. The name's Hilda, a scion, eh? And there I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages. I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. Don't get too distracted with Hilda, Thancred. While we could begin by sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passers-by, in my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Oh, aye, the infamous Lord of Manelaine de Fortomp, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Svar. He'll be at the Crozier, most like, making an effort to be seen, so let's go and see him. Grizzled I will accept, but oh! He's only 32. He ain't old. It must be the white hair. Someone once said that a gentleman is rather than does, and in Lord Amanelane I sense we have living proof. Well, go on then. Talk to the daft sod. Ah, Master Darkheart, I fear Lord Amanelane has once more strayed from the path. As has so often been the case, his renewed enthusiasm for martial training gave way to frustration and disinterest at the first sign of difficulty. Well, if it isn't Svarin, dearest of all my friends. You're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old boy? Ah, yes, the arson's dreadful business that. An awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you were wondering why the Hoplon is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Everett's orders, from what I hear. A remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hoplon. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. Oh, wait a moment, I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me any justice, old boy. I'll have you know my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well, if it will help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now, run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I had hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind, for our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hoplon, Svarin, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. I mean, considering Thancred's, past in skills, that would be quite the feat. Yeah. Guess I'll teleport over here. Oh. It's the wrong way. Yeah. It's for running around town. Alice was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. Come, my brothers and sisters, there's food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. Aloni's blessings be upon you, Father. I confess, we were not sure if we should come. There's so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Emeric and the Dravanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, sir? So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. Hey there, kids. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere, and it was so hot, and I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. Suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm is getting better after all. Curiouser and curiouser. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? It would require more than the muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we were to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Raymond's Cathedral and another near the Tribunal, for in mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the 2 occasions when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Alfina will doubtless have an opinion. Curiouser and curiouser. What do you think, Mitty? I'm not sure he's paying enough attention to care. Yeah. Oh. You guys have been busy. Silence will avail you not, sir. Ah, Svarn! I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it! You've got the wrong man! My, but you reek of oil. And all those burns on your hands? An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile! Look at me! Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these high-born types really do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you Rabbit and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks! He's the one what told me to keep going! Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I'd left it behind. Tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day, like a good man. But he came to me. He came to me! And there you have it. Hilda, would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred, but how did you know he would confess? Well, I have seen his like before. A troubled soul, manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff? Must we entertain the hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation to discuss how best to proceed. Thank the 12 of you've returned to us. What happened to your old outfit? Yes, about that. Alas, Thancred does not get to have new clothes, tailor-made by, our dear friend. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak. Though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not returned his master, he will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Artois, are you come to see your father? He is attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring this salve. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. My lord Artois did not seem to be in the best of spirits. 'Tis little wonder, Master Alfino. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. Ooh. Yeah, definitely want that. Nope. Nope. Actually. Maybe something that is actually tailor-made for him.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
Ew. Alright. Yeah, okay. That is, in fact, the closest. Just like old times, eh? Concentrate on freeing the hostages. I will tend to their wounds. Ready when you are, Svarin. Do not concern yourself with my safety, lest you forget I, too, am a knight. Listen well. We will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Thordan the Seventh. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seized control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means that they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Artwarel, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Maloney is my witness. We will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. Well, let's do this. No dear, we're piling on this poor guy. Yep.
Down with you!
All eyes on me. Yep, nope, no, no, no. Nope, nope. Screw you. There we go. Just said it was. Yep. Yep.
You underestimate me.
It occurs to me that we're basically down to 3 tanks. Sir Simeonard, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the archbishop. Oh, these things again. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Furies' judgment. So it is to be a trial, then. Lord Archwarel, Svarn, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Simeonar. Come on. Nope, nope, nope. Come on. Yeah. I gotta be quick about this in order to make sure he doesn't. There we go. Let's free them. There they are. Come on. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Come on, die. Not you, the other guy. Be careful. There we go. Click on the bonds. Okay. Oh boy. Up we go. Come on, everybody, look at me.
This knight does not yield.
Yep. Am I the only Dark Knight at a party of paladins?
Where is he? Where is he? Come no closer! You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Goodbye.
Vidafne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Freysfelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Javanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefon in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
Immediately into another cutscene. This has been a day of surprises, has it not? It is but a pity the Daphnia could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well, time scarcely does it justice, but one moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgardians who yet harbor doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmeric's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I inform Tataru of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fortaunt Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. A moment's Farin. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? Let's see. I could go with the silly answer here. Yeah. Oh, you got him well enough with Hilda. Of that I have no doubt. His time in the wilderness did not deprive him of his charm. But that is neither here nor there. What concerns me is his etheric flow, which I fear has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still a little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right then, I should be on my way. Cryo may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last? I imagine they're just sitting there gossiping. Seems like something they'd do.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
A knight lives to serve.
You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horschiffon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You were a brother to Horschiffon. Will you be a brother to me as well? Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard. To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
This is, I prove, the Garen Oracles. Apocrypha. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning and of the path we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. it doesn't seem like it would be very effective at preventing people from stealing all the books. Well? Everyone has their orders. The masks will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Ralgrid, it better be. We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. Let's see. Let's switch out. Can't join in because I don't have that high enough level of point. Very much so. Call you in. Switch. Yeah. Switch it up for this one. Let's see how long it takes to interrupt this one. Alfino's far, and I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Flahaman, Hori Boulder, and Coltonay. Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the Scion's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Quite. God damn it. Now everybody wants to get in on these raids. Come on, look alive, people. There we go. Sorry, dude. Oh dear. Yeah, damn it. Oh dear. Is this the same trail as last time? Ah, damn it. nuts. No, no, no. Oh dear. Ugh. Uplanders send quick things scurrying. Illuminati think twice before threatening us again. Uplander is nearly through left arm. Next Uplander must push forward into inner parts and save Round Rocks. Yeah. Rapid fire loot acquiring. Congratulations on your victory over Quickthings. While you were busy dismantling his flying machine, I finished charting Alexander's interior. The chamber you reached is situated in the innermost part of the left sector, which means your next aim should be... Backrix does not trust Treasure Hunter. 3 years ago, she summoned a metal giant. Backrix wonders if she still wishes to finish mission of dead comrades. I do not blame you for doubting me. Truth be told, my former mentors often stressed that were the unthinkable to happen, it would be my burden as the youngest to carry on their work. But building the Codex's perfect world was their dream, not mine. I only borrowed it. As long as I was with those I held dear, I could happily have devoted myself to any cause. Seeing their passion, their joy, that was what filled me with resolve, and it was that which drove me to collect the pieces of the Codex. All their talk of learning and reasoning, of justice and perfection, meant little to me in itself. I sometimes wonder why I was able to read the Enigma Codex in the first place. Mayhap it was because my youthful mind was as a blank slate, receptive to any ideal, if put convincingly enough. In the end, of course, it didn't matter. Primal took my friends' passion, their joy, and their idealism, and ground them into dust. Though I survived, my commitment to the cause did not. But simply, I had no need for a perfect world without them to share it. So believe me when I tell you that I did not seek Alexander's return to realize the dreams of the dead. I only wished to see him again. Meaning your leader. The section of Alexandria you've been exploring is called Midas, after a king from a legend of Eld. Midas entreated the gods for a finger that would turn all he touched into gold, and the gods duly obliged. But in his carelessness, he transformed the one he loved most in the world into a lifeless golden statue, and thus the thing he coveted became his undoing. So it was with me and mine. Had we but paused for a moment to consider the means and not simply the end, mayhap my friends would still be alive. But we did not, and they are gone. My one remaining wish is simple: speak with the man I loved once more. If I could do that, I would be satisfied. There, I have told you everything. Assuming no one else wishes to question my motives, I would speak of Roundrox's rescue, as was my original intent. Now listen well. Alexandria is divided into 3 main sections, each powered by an independent core. You have already fought your way through to the innermost part of Midas, the left arm. The core lies only a little way beyond, though you may be sure that the Illuminati will have deployed the bulk of their forces to defend it. Hold on a minute. Why would they choose to keep Roundrox there? The cores are just power sources. You are correct, and the answer is, they wouldn't. Roundrox is most likely being held within Alexander's upper body, but the Illuminati have locked the entrances from either arm, making it impossible to enter. Our only choice is to stop the core, and in so doing, stop Alexander. I see. Why, that's actually rather clever. The Illuminati need Roundrox to control the Primal, but if it can't move, they'd have no need for her. At the very least, they'll have no choice but to keep her safe until the Primal is in working order again. Activating those cores would have used up every crystal the Illuminati had. If we destroy the second one, I doubt they'll have enough to get them operational again. Do Uplanders truly think Metal Giant can be toppled? I think we should probably call it there for the night. Because I don't think we have enough time to do anything else, really. But yeah, the plot thickens, both on the both the side plots and the main plot. Next week, let's see which plot line we end up advancing. See you all then.